Hello friends and welcome to yet another video on Tutorialspoint with me Richa. Well, today's topic is very interesting because it's related with exams. Well, today we are going to talk about exam related stress. Well, exams are difficult time for most of the people. Many students go through so much of stress during these times that they actually have nervousness and anxiety and are full of irritation and frustration. Well, just to give you a small example, I went through all the possible stresses during my 10th board exam time. I used to shut myself in a study room, study constantly for 6-7 hours at a stretch. I used to not eat properly, not drink any water. I used to be just focused on my studies. It frustrated me, irritated me, as well as gave a lot of stress to my parents as well. Well, I have moved on from that time, but the important thing is the advice I would give to today's young students who are so stressed about exams. Please do not worry. Stress is a part of our life, and exam related stress is absolutely unrelated stress. We have to understand that exams are just a way to go to the next standard. It is not the end of the world if you do not score good marks. Well, today's video we will talk a lot about how to manage exam related stress. Let's take a look at the agenda for us today. We will talk about what is exam stress, what are the factors responsible for inducing exam related stress. We will also share with you certain tips and techniques of how to manage this particular exam stress. So what exactly do we mean by exam related stress? Well, exam related stress happens when students cannot cope up with the revision or feel pressured from their family as well as their peers. When you worry too much that you're going to fail or that you might get low grades in that exam. We plan so much, we get so much into the futuristic mode that we forget the present time when we have to study. Well, thinking so much about exam will make you more and more anxious. So do not worry so much. It is just a way to get into the next class. Well, let's take a look at what are the factors responsible for inducing this stress in our lives when we are, when we have exam nearing by. Well, the first thing is lifestyle. Today's youngsters have a very haphazard kind of a lifestyle. They do not have proper rest. They also go through proper, poor nutrition. They don't know how to manage their time properly. So lifestyle changes again is one factor which relates to stress. Information, well, there's too much of information all around them. Students are so bombarded with all the information coming from all different corners. People are giving them free advices on things. Well, these are things again which lead to stress. The third one is poor studying styles. Well, we do not really manage our studying in a proper manner. We do not strategize it. We just get into it without realizing how much we can actually study. We do not formulate any strategies and that leads to stress. Psychological factors like negative thinking, self-criticism, feeling anxious about the outcome of the result. So all this makes us have mood swings or depression. In fact, a lot of students also commit suicide before their exams because they are so frustrated with this exam related stress. Well, these all factors can really induce exam related stress. So please stay away from them. Well, now let's take a look at how do we manage all the stress related with exams around us. Well, we need to plan our study. You need to make sure that you have enough time to make sure that you prepare for your exams. Please do not go to the last minute just before your exam to open your books and start studying. I know many people do that as well. Well, the most important thing is you need to start studying for exams way before your exam date. You need to organize your study time effectively. You need to make sure that you are able to manage the study hours well in time. The next way to manage exam related stress is to improve concentration. Well, it really helps if you sit at one particular place while you're studying and not study in different rooms in your home. Sit at a proper designated area which can help you to improve your concentration and focus on your studies. You also need to avoid distractions. These distractions can be in the way of your phone, your friends, any social media that you are really fond of. All these can be distractions. Please make sure that you follow the policy of no phone calls during your study time. If possible, keep the phone away in a separate room, probably locked inside your cupboard or something like that. The next way in order to manage stress is do the difficult subject first. Yes, you heard that right. The moment you study the most difficult subject, which is in your eyes difficult, it gives you the time to prepare later on as well in terms of revision. If you study the easier subject first and when there is less of time towards the end, you kind of start panicking. Well, always do your difficult subjects first. That way you will have enough time for revision. Next is to avoid distractions. As we have mentioned, please make sure you stay away from anything that might distract you and take your focus off your studies. Your only focus at that point of time should be studies. So please make sure you do not entertain any kind of distraction. The most important thing is you need to take proper rest. Please make sure you have a good night's sleep of at least 8 to 9 hours every night. Make sure that you wake up fresh every morning so that you can study properly. I would rather even advise that all those people who are owls who like to study late into the night, well, it's not a good idea to do that. The most important thing is when you can channelize your time properly and sleep well, a well-rested mind will definitely grab things in a faster manner. Focus on healthy food. Well, during exam time, it is important to eat nutritious food like healthy fruits and green vegetables and a lot of proteins. Avoid junk food at this point of time because that can really make you more agitated and frustrated. So I would definitely say go in for healthy food, which will really make your mind as well healthy. Well, now we're going to take a look at being confident. While you do all of these things that we have just talked about, everything will go down the drain if you are not confident of yourself. You need to make sure that you believe in yourself, keep motivating yourself every single day. Rather, if there are any negative thoughts coming in your mind that you might not be able to study or do well in your exams, please hush all these negative thoughts from your mind. Sit in deep meditation, try to practice a little bit of yoga, which will help you to have a focused mind. Well, all this will help you be confident about yourself, because only if you're confident are you likely to do well in your exams. Well, that brings us to the end of this beautiful module on exam related stress. Well, I do hope that you have enjoyed listening to this particular module and you will definitely take the tips of how to manage exam stress better for you. All the best for the next exam which is coming your way, and take care. Thank you very much for watching us.